Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Rosie Cooks. I made tamales. They're back there. They're back there cooking away. I'll show you the whole process. They didn't come out bad. It was my first time. I made some with cheese, I made some plain. And if you have a little help in the kitchen, it makes the process a lot easier. I'll show you what I mean. So let me show you how I made them. So these are some of the ingredients that I used. I used New Mexico chili pods, 2.5 ounce, approximately 3 large garlic cloves. Some of those were really small. These are chili pasillas and about a small onion. I had some pieces of onion. The pasillas are 2 ounce. So that's the start. Now what you want to do is take out all those seeds. Okay, take the seeds out of all your pods. And then you give them a quick rinse, and then we're going to boil them to make them nice and soft. I added my onion and my garlic and 2 bay leaves to this mixture right here with some water, and I'm going to boil them for about 15 minutes. And this is my chicken. This is 5 pounds of chicken breast, and I boiled them until they were completely cooked through. Okay, so everything is nice and boiled, and we're going to start shredding our chicken. Now, this is my stand mixer. I'm going to add my chicken. It is the fastest way to shred chicken. Okay, see there? Right there. So I just shredded it all up. Okay, now we're just going to put that to the side. We're going to make our salsa. This is our sauce for our chicken to make it taste really good. I removed the bay leaf. And I'm adding all my chili pods and some water. I added about 5 cups of water or so, okay? You can add as much as you want, okay? It wasn't quite full. Okay, so I mixed it up, blended it completely. This is 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, and my sauce, I'm going to boil that. Just cook it up a little bit, just until it boils. And I reserved 1 cup. Now, this is a tablespoon of salt, cumin, and oregano, and I mixed it up. Now, I wasn't really sure, but I mixed it up. I tasted it. I thought it was a little bit too much, so I added 1 cup of water. And at this point, I got some opinions, and everybody thought it tasted really good. So this is my red sauce for my chicken that's going to be inside my tamales. Okay, so here's my chicken, and I'm going to add my red sauce to my chicken. And you can add as much as you want. I could have used all of it, but I didn't want it to be too soupy, so I saved some of it. Okay, that's optional. I could have used the whole thing in that chicken, but I saved some of it. This chicken tastes really, really good. Okay, so now at this point, everything is done. It is the day before that I'm going to make my tamales. So I'm packing it all up. I'm also going to make a spicy chili with that chile de arbol, those little red chilies. I'm going to make a spicy chili because my husband wanted some of them to be spicy. Okay, these are my corn husks. This is the brand I got, just any old brand that you want. So now we're on the next day. Now we're going to start doing the assembly line. We cut some cheese, a little bit of slices of cheese. Now these sometimes have these little hairs, the husk. You want to rinse them out and separate them, and then you're going to put them in water. You're just going to soak them. They have to soak for about an hour so that they're really nice and pliable. So I'm going to add a glass bowl, and I'm going to weigh it down and keep them submerged in water for about an hour. Now here's my arbol, my chili arbol. And you can see approximately the amount, about a big handful. I'm going to make a spicy salsa to go on top of my tamales. This is just an extra recipe. So I'm boiling these up just until they come up to a boil. Added about a quarter of an onion and a garlic clove. And I also am going to add a couple of tomatoes. Now these tomatoes are hard. They were in my freezer. I freeze a lot of stuff. I zapped them in the microwave for about a minute. Then I cut them into pieces and put them in my blender. Okay, so now we're going to make this a nice spicy salsa. Okay, so now these have come up to a boil. And that's it. Not a long time. Just come up to a boil. Now here's my tomatoes in my blender, and my elf is adding all the chilies in there. We're going to add some water. Okay, now we're just going to mix these together. Oh, we're going to put some spices. We ended up adding a half a teaspoon of salt, a quarter teaspoon of oregano, and a quarter teaspoon of cumin. And that made a really nice salsa. This salsa was very tasty. So if you like spicy, this is just an extra recipe. We're going to add this to our tamales, whoever wants it. Okay, so here's my prepared masa. This masa already came prepared. It's already made. I bought it this way. But you have to doctor it up. It's a little stiff. This is my husband fighting with it. So the recipe on that is a cup of ice, a cup of Crisco oil, and a teaspoon of baking powder. So I'm going to add all that, and he has to dress the part. So I added all that, and it loosened it up quite a bit. Okay, now I'm adding about a cup of chicken broth, and that really gives it flavor, and it loosens up your masa. Now it has a totally different consistency. It's not as Play-Doh-ish. So now I'm going to add 1 cup of the chili sauce that I originally made. That's going to add color and flavor to my masa. So here, I'm just spreading it out on my husk, adding some chicken, and then I'm just going to roll it like that, and you made your tamale. I've made my tamale. Here's my big pot, and I have this lift that is from my Ninja Foodie. It's for a chicken, to lift the chicken out of my Ninja Foodie, my pressure cooker. You want it to be lifted, not submerged. I added about 2 inches of water to the bottom of that pot, and that's where I'm going to put my tamales. So here I'm still building my tamales, and this one, I'm just going to fold it like that. So I'm going to make them with cheese and without cheese. See, now this one has cheese, and so because I want to distinguish which ones have cheese and which ones don't, I'm going to put a little bow tie on this one. So it's going to look like a little present. So the ones that have the tie are the ones with cheese. So then I just kind of put them all in a line like this. It has my 2 inches of water on the bottom. They are slightly elevated. I put it on a medium heat, covered it for 1.5 hours. And there's my elf, hard at work. And here's my tamale. I'm telling you, they came out really good. This was my very first time making tamales. And I have some really good recipes for chili colorado, and I'm going to make them again with the chili colorado recipe. These were very, very tasty, and I was very happy with them. Here's the spicy salsa, and here's just my regular salsa. Okay, this one right here is the spicy, and the other one is the regular salsa, just to add to your tamales as you wish. These are 2 really good sauces. Just extra sauce that you can put on your tamales. Just like this. Just add some extra sauce as you want. And it makes it taste just even better. Okay, so here's my tamale. This was my very first attempt. Honestly, this was my first attempt. And they came out really good. I'm very, very happy. Are very tasty. And the extra little salsa, if you want to use it to make it a little spicy. You can add cheese. There's a lot of variations, but mine came out really good. So these are my tamales. Very good. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you next time. A little bit of a kick with that other salsa.